Alright guys, here we go with the Extreme Rules results. As I promised that I was gonna upload this video today, Monday. And I am probably also gonna upload tomorrow a review on Monday Night Raw. Okay, so let me count how many matches I got right on my predictions and how many matches I got wrong. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7 matches correct, and those were the match between Miz vs. Cody Rhodes, Del Rio vs. Swagger, Jericho vs. Fandango, Kofi vs. Ambrose, Hell No vs. Shield, Lesnar vs. HHH, and I don't know if I want to count Cena and Ryback. By the way, that parrot is still fucking around. Shut up, stupid bitch! So I don't know if I'm gonna count Cena versus Ryback because it ended in a no contest. But let's start. And I got apparently 2 wrong between Sheamus and Henry and Orton and Big Show. Okay, so the first match was The Miz taking on Cody Rhodes. Shut up, bitch! That parrot keeps on freaking annoying me. I wanna kill that bitch. Okay, so the first match was the pre-show between The Miz and Cody Rhodes. Again, the match was only not more than 5 minutes long. I hated that match. I wasn't even interested. I have no idea why I even wasted my time watching the freaking pre-show. Considering the pre-shows are only interviews and stupid things. I don't know, interviewing the wrestlers and stuff. And then the match, that's the most interesting thing of the pre-show. They only give it like 3 minutes. So who gives a rat's ass? The Miz defeated Cody Rhodes with the figure 4 leg. And well, the match, like I said, I was pretty disappointed. And I'm gonna give it 2.5 stars out of 5. The next match, I believe it was Jericho taking on Fandango. The match was based on WrestleMania, the rivalry they had. It was obviously a rematch between... Oh my gosh, I can't talk with that parrot freaking yelling. Jericho taking on Fandango. It was obvious that it was a rematch between the 2 of them from WrestleMania. It was obvious that Jericho had to win the freaking match. And it was like that. Jericho dominated the first, 5 minutes of the match. And then Fandango started dominating. It was pretty good. The match was pretty good. Jericho takes the victory with a flying codebreaker when Fandango was looking for that flying leg drop. But Jericho connected with that codebreaker. So yeah. The match was pretty good. I'm going to give it 3.3 stars out of 5. I'm not gonna say this match on order because I didn't really write them on order. So next match, I believe it was Sheamus taking on Mark Henry on this strap match. I'm not sure if it was, but again, I'm not doing this on order. So Sheamus versus Mark Henry in the strap match. It was the least strongest extreme match of the night out of all the matches that had an extreme stipulation. This was the less extreme. If you want to see great strap matches, you're going to have to go back 25 years in the past. I think Dusty Rhodes was possibly the best competitor on strap matches. Sheamus wins. I thought Henry was going to win, like I said, on my predictions. But whatever. So the match was, at the beginning it was pretty slow, but then it takes a little bit yeah. It has some good spots, but they only hit each other with the strap a few times, so it wasn't really a strap match. And I'm not a real fan of this stipulation because you just have to touch the 4 corners and you're stupid. Your opponent, so it's kind of retarded. Whatever. So my bad about that. Someone just texted me. Fuck you, bitch. Don't text me while I'm recording. So Sheamus versus, as I said, Sheamus wins. I'm gonna give this match 3.3 stars out of 5. Next, Del Rio versus Jack Swagger on the I Quit match, on the I Quit match. Like I said, it was supposed to be Ziggler versus Swagger and Del Rio, but the match didn't happen because of Ziggler's concussion. We hope to see Ziggler be able to compete by Payback. So it was predictable that Del Rio was gonna win. So I heard that Swagger is gonna be suspended for 3 months, and also he's gonna go to jail for 2 days, and he's gonna have to pay a fine. I'm not sure or how much money, but yeah, Del Rio wins with the cross arm breaker. The match I think was better than WrestleMania. The match that Del Rio and Swagger had in WrestleMania. I think this was the best match of the night. I think with maybe Cena and Ryback and Ambrose and Kofi, I don't know, but I think this was one of the best matches of the night. Del Rio wins with the cross arm breaker. Oh, and by the way, there was this spot that Step Coulter threw. They had a towel, and like he grabbed it from Ricardo Rodriguez to the ring, and the referee, so stupid, how retarded was it that he thought that it was actually Ricardo Rodriguez, the one that threw the towel to the ring. So they had to restart the match, and then they only wrestled for like 3 more minutes, and Del Rio gets the victory. So yeah, I'm gonna give this match 3.7 stars out of 5. Next match, Orton facing the Big Show in an Extreme Rules match. I also got this match wrong. I knew Orton was gonna win, but I went with Big Show. But whatever, I got this match wrong too. Orton wins. Orton gets the victory. The match lasted not more than 15 minutes. It wasn't really extreme to be considered an Extreme Rules match, but it was okay. And it also was predictable that Orton was going to win because it's on San Luis. The pay-per-view was on San Luis. So, it ended with the running punk kick, which we rarely see Orton use the running punk kick. I think it was banned or something. Some shit like that, but yeah, this might be the beginning of Orton's heel turn, because if you see, I think he had to give the Big Show, I think 2 RKOs, put him down. The Big Show kicked out of 2 RKOs, I'm pretty sure, 2, I don't know, 2 or 3, or I don't know. The match was pretty good. Orton wins since he won with the running pump kick. I think this might be the beginning of Orton's heel turn. So I'm going to give this match 3 stars out of 5. Next will be Kofi Kingston taking on Dean Ambrose for the United States Championship. I think this was also one of the best matches of the night, even though it didn't have an actual stipulation that can be called extreme. And I think they should have given this match more time. It only was not more than 10 minutes long. It was predictable that Dean Ambrose was gonna win. Dean Ambrose kicked out of one Trouble in Paradise, which we rarely see somebody kick out of the Trouble in Paradise, since Kofi usually just faces jobbers. So the match was pretty good. It ended with that bulldog that front bulldog that Ambrose gives. I'm not sure what the name is, what he calls it. But yeah, the match was pretty good. Ambrose wins. Then he won the legal way. So I'm gonna give this match 3.3 stars out of 5. Next match was the Tornado match. Team Hell No facing the Shield in a tag team tornado match for the tag team championships. The match also needed more time. It was pretty good. It had some good spots. It ended with when Roman Reigns gave Kane the spear. Kane was out of the ring, and then they Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. I don't remember what was the finisher they given. It's a new tag finisher. I thought they were gonna give, since usually you use a 3-man powerbomb. I thought they were gonna use now a 2-man powerbomb. They call it Hunts of Justice. It wasn't like that. But whatever. That was pretty good. It was a pretty good ending. Kane was about to interfere, so that way they can keep the titles, but Roman Reigns kicked him out of the ring. So that way, 1, 2, 3, then there's new champions. All the members of the Shield get a championship. I'm happy about that. The Shield might be one of the greatest factions of all time. I'm gonna give this match 3.7 stars out of 5, even though it didn't have much time. Now we go, I remember this, Cena versus Ryback on the Last Man Standing match for the WWE Championship. I think the match was pretty good. It wasn't the greatest Last Man Standing of all time. And by the way, I'm not a real fan of this stipulation, the Last Man Standing match, because since, I don't know, it wastes 10 seconds of the match, so. And by the way, it looks like he takes forever to count things. He's like, 1, 2. It takes him forever to count to 10, so. Even though it's pretty dramatic. It ends when Cena was looking for the AA. That kind of reminded me when Cena gave the AA to Batista in Over the Limit 2010. It was an I Quit match, I remember, from that car, and it broke the ramp. But Ryback gives a type of spear to Cena and breaks, where under the Titantron is. He breaks that. I think I love that spot. I think it was a pretty good spot. The match ended in a no contest, and this is what I say. Isn't this match supposed to not end until someone cannot stand? Why did they stop the match? Because isn't the match supposed to win? There's no stopping of the match until someone can't stand. Until someone gets knocked out. So that was pretty stupid. I thought they should have counted and kept the match. It's only 10 more seconds. I guess Cena retains the title. So I basically got it right because I said Cena was going to retain the title. So, yeah, and the match was pretty good. I had a pretty good time. I don't know, like 17 minutes, 20 minutes. I'm going to give this match 3.6 stars out of 5. And then we go to the main event of the night. Brock Lesnar faces Triple H on the Steel Cage match. Again, it was predictable that Brock was going to beat the shit out of Triple H. Well, he really didn't. Triple H looked stronger than Lesnar on the entire match. He basically kicked Brock Lesnar's ass. I think it would have been better if at least Triple H could have kicked Brock Lesnar's ass, but at least Brock Lesnar should have won the legal way with no help of Paul Heyman. That would make him look like the monster that he is, or that they're making him look. And I'm not really liking that they're making Brock fight like a UFC fighter, because this is wrestling, people. Wrestling, motherfuckers. Yeah, Brock Lesnar wins with an F5. It was the second F5 after hitting Triple H in the head with that sledgehammer. 1, 2, 3. Brock takes the victory. And I'm gonna give this match 3.9 stars out of 5. And that's how Extreme Rules ends. Again, we didn't see any match of divas. I thought they were gonna put Caitlyn facing AJ. That didn't happen. I think the pay-per-view was the same level as WrestleMania 29. I don't think it was better than WrestleMania 29. Maybe a little bit better, but it wasn't like a whole lot better. It wasn't the best Extreme Rules. I think last year's was better. But yeah, this was my opinions. These were my opinions on this pay-per-view. Down there in the comments, leave me your opinions on this pay-per-view. Did you like it? If you didn't like it, tell me how many stars you give to each match. And I will see you in my next video. I'm out. Peace.